Sportstober is almost here, and you know what that means.
That's right, Kim. Playoff baseball is back. The NBA Finals tip off and the NFL continues. I'm Jacqueline Davis.
And I'm Kimberly Cruz. As playoff baseball is back, we are proud to say Cal State Fullerton will be well represented in the MLB Playoffs by Dodgers third baseman Justin Turner and pitcher Dylan Floro, Athletics outfielder Chris Davis, and Astros pitcher Chris Stavinsky. Good luck, Titans, throughout the postseason.
After being swept in the first round of last season's Stanley Cup playoffs, the Tampa Bay Lightning are Stanley Cup champions. The Lightning defeated the Dallas Stars 2-0 in Game 6. Braden Point kicked off the scoring for the first period, and Blake Coleman sealed the victory for the Lightning with a goal in the second period, as Tampa Bay lifts the Stanley Cup for just the second time in franchise history.
After a strong week 2 win over the Philadelphia Eagles, did the Rams leave Buffalo 3-0?
Picking things up in the third quarter, Bills lead 21-3, and moments later, Josh Allen throws a touchdown under pressure to extend the lead. Extra point is good, 28-3 Bills. Rams cut the lead to 18 later in the third quarter. They aren't done yet as Jared Goff throws to Robert Woods, who dances his way for a 25-yard touchdown. 28-17 Bills. With 10:40 left, Goff keeps the resurgence alive with an easy 16-yard touchdown to Cooper Kupp. Rams now trail by 3. After the extra point, as Aaron Donald forces a fumble and recovers it, that would set up for a fourth consecutive unanswered touchdown punched in by Darrell Henderson to take a 31-28 lead. The extra point was good to make it a 4-point lead, but not for long, as Josh Allen steps back and throws to Tyler Kroft with 15 seconds left. The Bills secured the 35-28 win, as the Rams are now 2-1 on the season.
That's a tough loss for the Rams, but can the LA Chargers bounce back for their first win at SoFi Stadium?
After 2 field goals, the Panthers lead 6-0 in the second quarter, but the Chargers would strike back an Austin Eckler 12-yard rushing touchdown after dodging a couple touchdowns. Panthers leading 9-7 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Teddy Brightwater throws a screen pass to Mike Davis after 3-yard touchdown. The Panthers now lead 15-6. Rookie quarterback Justin Herbert trying to revive his team's offense, but throws a laser interception into the hands of Dante Jackson. The Panthers would go on to extend their lead 21-10. Later in the fourth quarter, Herbert finds Keenan Allen in the end zone to cut the lead by 5. Final snap in the game, Herbert throws to an open Allen, who then later passes to Eckler, but he bobbles the ball, and the Panthers hold on to beat the Chargers without Christian 21-16. The Chargers fall 1-2 in the season.
Now we turn it over to Mariah Ross for First and 10.
Thanks, guys, and welcome everyone to this week's edition of First and 10. I'm your host, Mariah Ross. The NFL is dealing with its first battle with COVID-19. The Tennessee Titans confirmed several positive tests, including 3 players and 5 personnel. Both the Titans and their Week 3 opponents, the Minnesota Vikings, have suspended all in-person activities. COVID-19 isn't the only thing the NFL has to worry about, as the injury bug continues to plague the league, especially the LA Chargers. Chargers cornerback Chris Harris is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a foot injury, adding to the list of injuries that include quarterback Tyrod Taylor. The Bolts traveled to Tampa Bay Sunday to face off against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Meanwhile, the LA Rams have been one of the more fortunate teams as they enter the week relatively healthy. After losing a close game to the Buffalo Bills Sunday, they hope to reignite a winning streak on the East Coast against the winless New York Giants, who are without their star running back Saquon Barkley. As we head into Week 4, 6 teams are undefeated, including the Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. But on the other hand, 8 teams still remain winless. Amongst the most notable are last season's AFC South division winners, the Houston Texans, and the Super Bowl 52 champions, Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be an interesting week in the NFL, but that's going to wrap it up for me. We now send it over to Elizabeth Williams for Inside the Basket.
Thanks, Mariah. Welcome back to this week's edition of Inside the Basket. I'm your host, Elizabeth Williams. The NBA Finals are finally here. You've got the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Miami Heat. Now, the Lakers are favored to win. Some key points of the series are, will the Heat 2-3 zone defense work against the Lakers' big men? The challenges for the Heat is that Anthony Davis can move outside, which could put 5 players on the perimeter, leaving the center by himself. So the center can get in foul trouble having to guard people consistently driving to the basket. The challenges for the Lakers is that they have to defend the 3-point line. The Lakers also have to shoot well from the outside. The Miami Heat have been the underdogs this whole playoff series. That wraps up this edition of Inside the Basket. Let's send it over to Johnny with On the Mound.
Thanks, Elizabeth. And hey, guys, my name is Johnny Ariano, and welcome to On the Mound. Today, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers and their strive to be World Series champions. They made it to the World Series 2017 against the Houston Astros. They made it to the World Series 2018 against the Boston Red Sox. Unfortunately, they didn't come out on top. This time, they have to play quite a few more teams. So they have to play the Milwaukee Brewers. This starts on September 30th. They're going to be playing the 8C Brewers at LA, not in the bubble just yet. In order to get to this famous MLB bubble we've been hearing about, they have to be in the divisional round. Dodgers will start Walker Buehler, Game 1, Clayton Kershaw, Game 2. Game 3, it's up in the air. Dave Roberts hasn't set his game plan, hasn't said if it's going to be a bullpen game or if he's going to bring a Dustin May, Urias, or Wood to start that game. Craig Counsell, on the other hand, fairly similar. We don't know exactly what he's going to do. That's because his competition is kind of up in the air. We're expecting a bullpen game for all 3 games, assuming we go for 3 games. The key for the Dodgers to win this is to get on top of the bullpen early. If they can tax their arms, force a pitcher to go 4-3 innings, and then another 4-3 the next game, they should be golden. They have a powerful offense. 118 home runs this season in 60 games, 15 more than the second place Atlanta Braves. Very impressive. Their offense, good to go. Pitching-wise, they are also well. They have a 3.02 ERA, it's the best in the bigs. Except when it comes to Kenny Jansen, who always has inconsistencies. His stats were better than he played. Now, he did play decently well. His fastball and cutter velocity are consistently going down as the year goes. That happens to age, right? But he always comes in stressful, puts the Dodgers in stressful positions that really make you think, is he the closer? Blake Treinen will be the backup closer if anything does happen to Jansen. And who knows, you may have to see him before the end of this wildcard series. The Dodgers do have a good mismatch, so I think they're favorites to win this series. But in a 3-game series and in baseball, anything can happen. That's all I have for today, guys. Let's bring it back to Cornelia and Jack.
Thanks, Johnny. Well, folks, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for tuning in for today's episode.
For past episodes and game highlight packages, click through our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CSUF Titan Sports and like us on Facebook to stay connected with us.
On behalf of all of us here at Titan Sports, I'm Jacqueline Davis.
And I'm Kimberly Cruz. Remember to keep those tests up, Titans, and we'll see you next time.